Welcome to Monday. It is Masterclass Monday, and I am so excited to be in our healing space. Over the next few weeks, we are looking at and understanding self-esteem and self-worth and self-confidence. And I was explaining last time we met that I am so humbled when an individual comes to me and decides to embark on the journey of understanding themselves and how they show up in this environment, and noticing that there are some things that they want to understand and want to put into context, and so they seek me out and invite me in their lives. And when I begin to see how a person begins to flourish and how they begin to improve themselves, and by improving themselves, they improve their reality that's around them, I get emotional, right? I get emotional because I was a part of that. They trusted me enough to bring me along in what they wanted to see in themselves and in turn their lives. And so one thing that I have noticed and that has been very disheartening for me is the lack of self-worth that I have been seeing in so many of my clients, and just in people in general, the way that they talk about themselves, the way that the actions that they do that shows me when I look at people with a clinical eye that they have some unresolved issues and traumas within themselves that needs to be worked on and worked out. And so I decided for the next 4 weeks that I wanted to give space to just improving your relationship with you. And so last week we discussed how to identify and challenge those negative core beliefs. This week, I want you to look at identifying the positive things about yourself. Some of my clients, when we embark on this self-love journey, I have them begin a self-love journal, and that is a whole exercise within itself. But as the client begins to start this self-love journal, they begin to look at things that they didn't understand about themselves before. They look at themselves in a different light and with a different eye. They become very curious about what shows up for themselves. And so I want you to take a piece of that by identifying the positive things about yourself. And so I want you to begin to write down positive things about you. What are the good parts of you? What are the good things that people have said about you? When you start to hear that inner critic that tells you that you are not enough, you are not good enough, you don't look good enough, you don't have this, you can't do that, I want you to begin to look at this list and remind yourself of all the good qualities that you bring to this universe. Having a positive internal dialogue is a huge part of improving your self-esteem and your self-worth. So when you catch yourself saying things like, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I can't afford that, I can't do this, whatever it is that internal critic is saying to you, you can begin to start turning them things around by saying, I can beat this. Everything that I need, I already have. I am abundant. I can do any and everything that I put my mind to. Begin to reaffirm those positive qualities about yourself. You begin to build confidence by looking at yourself in a more positive way. As you start this, you'll begin to catch yourself falling back into old negative habits. But our brain is a very repetitious organ. So by doing things repetitiously with regular effort, you can start to feel more positive about yourself and build a positive relationship with you. Okay? So this week, you are identifying those positive traits about yourself. I want you to email me at onthecouch1111@gmail.com and let me know what that is like. What are you experiencing? What are you learning about you? I want you to be curious about what comes up. I want you to be proud that you are investing your energy right back into you. Until next time, my goal for you, my wish for you is to continue to be brave, be magical, and above all else, be well. Talk soon.